What up, y'all? It's SoMo, and you're watching another Romans Wrap Up exclusive.
Yo, what's up? It's Ben Mader with Romans Wrap Up, and we're here in Boston today with the homie SoMo. So
What's
tell
up,
me
man?
what's up. What's new?
Up? Not much.
Not much.
Just on
Enjoying
tour.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Been chilling.
So it's been about a year since you've been here, and so what's your favorite part about coming to Boston?
I really love Boston's energy. There's like a camaraderie about the city when you come, and I feel it. Like, I feel the people, like everyone who comes to my show is just in it, and they're always in it with me, so it's fun.
So before we talk about now, tell me about how you started music and how you got into it.
Well, I kind of like to say it was fate. I started doing music about 4 years ago as a hobby again. My dad was a musician, so I grew up around it, and I just started putting YouTube videos up, and so many people responded that I just continued on, and I went with it. And now I'm here.
Yeah. So what inspired you to make this like a full-time career, like your job, to drop everything else?
People. I just was doing the covers, and I ended up, trying to write a couple songs, Ride being one of the first ones that we put out, and it really took off, and I just went for it because the people seemed like they were digging it. So.
Yeah, cool. So what was it like selling out your first headlining show, and where was it?
Where was the first sellout?
I think it was in New York.
New York? Webster Hall? New York City, Webster Hall, when I was a little youngster touring.
How old were you?
That was like 3 years ago? 2 years ago?
Yep.
Yeah. So,
Damn.
yeah, it's weird to feel like a veteran as a touring artist at this point. But I'm
Yeah.
in my sixth one, so as a headliner, and it feels good.
Now, when you did that show, Webster Hall, did you ever think that you would be performing on like a House of Blues level tour? Like, did that ever like cross your mind? Like,
Once I sold out Webster Hall in New York City, yeah, I was like, all right, let's go. I'm going to go for, that level, if not arena. And I think I'm on my way. So
yeah, you are. Yeah, so what inspires you to write your songs? Like, where do you get your inspiration from? Is it from other artists or from personal experiences, or?
my songwriting is definitely very personal. As most people know, I do a lot of covers.
Yeah.
And, if my name's going to be on it, I want it to really be, from my mind and from my soul. So I write my songs from a personal place, and it is all, real life stories, and that's why I called my mixtapes My Life 1 and 2.
Yeah. And who was like your biggest inspiration, like coming up in music? Who'd you like always, anyone like on
So
YouTube
many.
you always search or anything?
So many, and honestly, I'm so influenced by modern day pop culture and what's going on right now, and I'm really digging all the music that's been coming out lately. But
Yeah, there's, like, a
I
lot
grew up
this fall.
listening to Music Soul Child and Boyz II Men and all the 90s R&B
Yeah.
stuff, but yeah, no, right now I just feel like we're in a good time for music. I feel like our generation is really
It is.
artistic,
It's
and
changing.
it's coming
It's
out.
changing so fast. The
Yeah.
sounds, everything about it is changing so fast. So yeah. So I've heard your new album. I love it. But can you tell me how you've changed from the My Life 2 compared to the My Life 1, or the first one?
Yeah, I've just
Like,
grown.
how is it just-
I've grown as a person, and really coming back and doing My Life 2 was, this revisitation of, me before I did music. So I would have music for a tour, or
Yeah.
like to put music out, to have a single. That first mixtape was really just like two dudes in a room, like making music because we loved it, and it came from that passionate place, and I never wanted to lose that, so I kind of went back in and we did the same thing, and I just feel like I've evolved, as a songwriter and as a storyteller, and I'm really excited to put
Yeah.
out this sophomore album next year.
Oh, so you have a new album coming out next year?
I do. I'm gonna say next year because
Next
that
year,
would
as
make
in,
sense.
like a year from now, or like next year, 26, like early
2016. I'm gonna shoot for 2016 for sure.
Wow. Now, are you working with a bunch of new people as well on that?
I am. I'm working with some pretty awesome people. I will drop the names as soon as we write the songs.
All right, awesome. Who's like your dream collab that you could have?
My dream collab. Let's see. What's my dream collab
Who could
today?
kill you,
Because
huh?
I have new dream collabs like every day. I feel like, but
How about this? Was Trey Songz ever a dream collab of yours? Like,
Yeah,
were you
yeah,
ever,
definitely.
like-
I mean,
like-
I want to collab with everyone in the industry. So
Yeah.
like, Trey is definitely one of the first. I was like, we're in the R&B lane. I was like, I would hope he would want to
Yeah,
collab with
it
me. And he
matches. It goes
definitely
well
did.
together.
Yeah,
On that song, it's
it
a great
was
song,
the
too.
vibes were there. I don't know. I really want to work with. I'll just go with fun and say Wiz Khalifa. I really want to work with Wiz Khalifa. He seems like a good dude.
No, that's
You know,
that's a cool
feel
one.
like-
That'd be a cool one to do.
I feel like we
honestly.
could have some fun, man. Make a cool song.
What was it like working with Ty Dolla $ign?
Ty Dolla $ign is he's one of the coolest dudes in the industry. I swear, man. And that's probably why he has everyone
No,
on
he
his
is.
album.
He is.
Yeah, he's a great dude, and a great songwriter. And for him to be on the Ride remix was really an honor.
Yeah, that was
so,
cool.
It was cool.
Now, what is your like recording / writing process? Do you start with writing the song, or do you make the beat first? Like, how does that work?
It's a good question. I am one of those people who likes to go from scratch. So like we'll start with like a piano progression, and then I'll just freestyle into the mic, and I'll
Make
sing
a melody.
melodies, and I'll sing lyrics sometimes. But usually I'll just sing melodies, and then I'll just write words to those melodies. And I feel like, if I lead with the melody, that you get that feeling of how the song's really gonna feel,
Yeah.
whether it's like sensual or passionate or loving or happy or sad. And so that's what I lead with, and then we structure that. And sometimes though I'll just pull up a beat, and there will be an already made instrumental. Hide and Freak was actually already a made instrumental that I just wrote, and it ended up being an awesome song.
Yeah, it is an awesome song. So another thing is, how did you get started with SoMo Sunday? Like, how did that become a thing, and what year did you start that? Do you remember, or what was your first one?
My first real SoMo Sunday, I think it was Put It Down by Brandy.
Wow, when was that?
That or Swimming Pools, but by Kendrick Lamar. And honestly, I dropped My Life, the first one, and I was like, how can I like kind of generate some more buzz to get eyes on my original work? And I was like, I'll just start doing a cover every week. And we set upon that task, and I did it for 3 years straight, and
Gets the subscribers up.
yeah, and we really did do that every Sunday. Like, no lie, like we would record the song, pick the song.
You do it all, so you would do it all on Sunday.
I would do everything else.
And
I wouldn't even know.
Upload it on Sunday.
I wouldn't even know what I was doing. I would wake up sometimes at like noon and be like, oh my gosh, I have no idea what I'm doing.
So do you have like studio in your house, like the legit
I have a
one?
studio in the back of the bus. I have a studio at my house, a legit one. And yeah, nowadays, man, if you have the right equipment, you can pretty much record anywhere.
Yeah. So, what is your craziest fan story? Like the coolest. What's your coolest fans like?
My coolest fan story.
Like you'll remember that face like forever, like the type of one.
My coolest fan story. Man, there's so many good stories.
Gotta be.
Like, I don't want to play favorites to anybody, but it's crazy to me when people get tattoos.
Okay.
And
Yeah.
I would have to say that's the craziest thing is when sometimes they'll ask me to actually sign
To write it. Do you write the lyrics too? Sometimes.
Yeah. The other day, a girl had Less Stress, More Love that I wrote on her lanyard from VIP last year.
That's cool.
And she had my writing on her, which is so crazy to me.
What's your favorite lyric that you've written?
It's such a hard question. I love the Less Stress, More Love quote. I feel like it's just a good thing to live by. So probably that.
Okay. Last question. What is something, you probably get this all the time, what is something that fans don't know about you?
I feel like they know more about me than I know about me
than you know yourself, yeah.
Let's see. What's something that fans don't know about? A lot of them do know I broke my jaw, but a lot of y'all don't know that I have had issues with my jaw for like the past 3 years, which is annoying, but I didn't know I could get my bite fixed with Invisalign, so I have Invisalign now.
Wait, what happened with your jaw?
We'll revisit that story, I guess. But I used to be a knucklehead, and I got in a little fight, and the guy broke my jaw with a full beer bottle.
A beer bottle.
Yeah, and so that was a bummer. But yeah, don't get your jaw broken. I wouldn't wish it on my worst enemy. It sucks.